Shabbat Shalom, family. Let's get right into it. What's in the name? You know, the Most High called the nation of Israel his bride, the church his bride. When you get married, your bride, if you're a male, takes on your name. You understand? The two becomes one. Now, if I if somebody gives me a different name and my wife doesn't know about it, or her family don't know about it, they not gonna know who I am, right? I know it's kind of let me just get into it with the book. Hit that thumbs up button, if you will, and I got truth to spill. All right, you said what difference does it make? I bet if somebody wrote somebody else's name on your check, it'd make a whole lot of difference then, huh? If somebody wrote somebody else's name on your check, it'd make a whole lot of difference. Okay, Shabbat Shalom, Arlie, and anyone else. Let me get on into it. All right, I'm trying some new stuff now. y'all see y'all see there's the anti-messiah. I believe anti is against, and it can be anybody. It can be me if I go out here and start stomping for Satan because I'm against the work of the Messiah. Anti. Okay? They got people looking for one individual. But yeah. How is it? I got another video in I already got the notes done. I've been it's gonna be Judeo-Christian values. All right. Well, I now anybody that know the Bible, anybody that care for the truth, the Bible, there's only one way where white Jesus is described, the image of the beast. In the book of Daniel, there were four beasts that was going to be rule the earth until the time of the real Messiah shows up. Four. The first one was Babylon. The second was the Medes and the Persians. Number three was the Greeks. Now the heathen took the Greek captivity out of your Bible. It's talking about the Messiah in it. It's talking about end time prophecies, the Greek captivity, the book of Maccabees, the books that they removed right after we came out of slavery. They took 14 books out the Bible. Today they call them the Apocrypha. They was in the original Bible. Okay? There's a whole lot of end time stuff in there. But nevertheless, and then you get to the Romans. It was only going to be four. You can see the remnants of the Romans. They got a house and a Senate government. They got Roman fascists in the House of Representatives in the USA. They got Romance languages. That are languages that came from the Latin, such as French. See, the fourth beast still here. You got the Roman Catholic Church that set up beast universities to pump out false prophets in favor of monetary profit and teach lies. Okay? Now, they Jesus tell them to go all over the earth doing the works of Satan. What is the works of Satan? John chapter 8, verse 44. Lying, stealing, killing, and destroying. That's the fruit of a corrupt tree. Okay? All right, now, let me get into the John 5:43. Y'all see what it says down there. Let's get to the Bible. Now, these troubles identify who the real people are. All right? Let me share my screen, get to the book. Let me see. Do I want to go to the book first? I guess I'll go to the book first. Yeah. All right, let me go to the Bible. I got him up there. All right, now. Let me go back and see. John 5:43, right. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. I'm not attacking nobody that don't understand. But names mean something. Remember, the spirit of truth was going to lead us into all truth. So either what I'm saying is true or it's a lie. And if I speak a lie on the behest of the Most High, I'm going to die and probably go to the lake of fire. So what people do when they bring you, when they say they bringing the truth, they don't realize that punishment and consequences come with lies. They used to give them brick showers, as Yahuwah's kingdom said back in the day when a prophet say something and it didn't come to pass. Shout out to Joshua from South Africa. They keep talking about a rapture. In the Old Testament, when a prophet say something and it didn't come to pass, they got a brick shower. They were stoned to death. Okay? Yes, y'all better appreciate that grace. But you're going to be judged on Judgment Day. Let's see, 5:23. All right, hold on. Let me go back. And I got the rambling. Let me see here. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I got to move around. They done change some stuff around. I got to move around and navigate. Let me see here. Let me remove that. Okay, 5:43. All right. 5:43. Okay, 5:43. Got it. Okay. Y'all see who said it? The Messiah said, I am come in my Father's name. Okay, what's the Father's name? Okay, and why? And now, y'all, I'm not beating up nobody. Okay, I'm not here to fight with you over a name you prefer. I'm not here to do that. I'm just gonna show you the truth, and the truth will make you free. Okay. All right. I see the Messiah said it. All right. Let me see. Let me see here. Search the scriptures. See, that's the problem. We don't want to search the scriptures, and I wrestle with this. I get busy working that really ain't gonna profit nothing in the eternal. Get busy doing a whole lot of nothing. Okay, search the scriptures. In other words, seek for yourself. You got to get this right. I'm not gonna stand before the Most High for nobody but myself. I can't do it for my children. My parents can't do it for me. So it's in your best interest and for the eternal rewards to search the scriptures. For in them you think you have eternal life. For they which testify. The scriptures is talking, they testifying about Mashiach, the Messiah. John chapter 1. Okay, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was Yah, and the Word was with Yah. The same in the beginning with Yah. In Genesis, let us make man. Let us in the beginning. All right, now. And ye will not come to me that ye might have life. You don't want the real Messiah in the Bible. You don't want him that you might live. You don't want him because he ain't like you think he should be. He ain't like you were taught he is. You don't want him. But all you got to do is search them scriptures and seek the truth. I receive not honor from men, but I know ye that ye have not the love of Yah in you. Let me go over here. Let me go back over here. Now, let me remove this. These people, I talked to one today, called talking about I need Jesus. I said, the Jesus, y'all pray for me, because I find myself around a lot of heathen when they get to, y'all, I'm just asking y'all pray for me because I don't want to misrepresent the Most High. I said, the same Jesus that the clan worship, the same Jesus of the clan, I ain't in the clan. I said, yeah, but y'all ain't calling out the one at all. That's what I told him. Okay? So he kept talking about brother. I said, if you're not doing that, you're not my brother. You sitting back comfortable while they plotting and talking about harming us, but you talking about brother. But anyway, you know, when you get older, you get straight to the business. All that beating around the bush and but let me quit now. Let me get on the lesson. All right, now. They God tell them to go conquer the earth, killing, stealing, and destroying. They done it in this name. And they done it in this image. Okay? That's the truth. Now, if you got a problem, now if I'm saying something wrong, but point out where it's wrong, okay? I'm not gonna argue with you. And if you ain't got to do it, you can do it in an email. Let me put the email up here. I'm not trying to put nobody on blast. You know, you can do it in an email. I'm not trying to puff my chest out and beat my, cause I had to learn this stuff. I was fooled. I was deceived. See what I'm saying? So I know I don't have all the answers. And I'm still learning. But nevertheless, let's get back to this. Now, all right, now, you have not the love of God in you. Back to these so-called Christians. Talking about they going to heaven. Okay, now, black people, if white folks hate you on the earth right now, they complicit with our suffering and pain on the earth right now. Do the math, and what heaven is you gonna be? What heaven is you trying to get to? That's what I want to know. What heaven is you trying to get? Is you trying to go to heaven with them? I'm asking a question. Is you trying to go where they going? Huh? They think they going up, but they sliding down. Y'all hit that thumbs up button if you will. All right? Anybody not obeying this word, it says search the scripture, verse 39. For in them you think you got eternal life. See, we don't want to read. The word is your life assurance policy. Your life assurance. You got to read and obey. You got to obey. You got to do your best. Ain't no tap dancing and getting lazy on the Most High. We put in more effort for the enslavers than we do for the Most High. I'm talking to myself too. Okay? That's why we got to listen to stuff like this. You know, when generals go to war, they communicate to the soldiers what needs to be done, what cannot be allowed, and no room for slackers, no cowards. You have to have that discussion to get your mind right. No different here. All right, now. But I know you that ye have not the love of Yah in you. Why? Because I'm looking at the fruit of your rotten tree. You ain't even got leaves on your tree. You got Negroes hanging in ropes from your tree. All right. I am come in my Father's name. And we finna get to that. And ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive. And then Messiah was dead on point. All right, now. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go right here. This is the shortened form. Okay. Now, why do you have to go through the Bible dictionary to find the name of the Most High? That's why you got to search the scriptures. Because the colonizer went in there renaming and proclaiming. That's what they do. Name one spot. Name one place the colonizer have been and they didn't change names. They changed our names. They added stuff and took away. That's what they do because they are in control, right? Most people remember, with the exception of Daniel. Daniel had a slave name, Belteshazzar, Baal, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Let's get to it. Let's get to it right quick while I'm over here. Let's get to it. Book of Daniel, chapter 1. Show y'all and what does the church mostly know Daniel and the Hebrews by slave names. Figure that one out. Okay? All right, now. And this is the Babylonian captivity. And Yahweh gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, the king of Babylon. Okay, Nebuchadnezzar. All right, with part of the vessels of the house of Yah, which he carried into the land of Shinar, into the house of his God. See that little G? Baal. And he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. Baal they probably had many of them. Baal was one of them. But all right. And the king spoke to Ashpenaz, the master of the eunuchs, that he should be certain of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom no blemish was. Let me get to these names. Here we go. And among these were the children of Yahudah. Yahudah. Yah's worshipers and praisers. That's what that name means. Praisers of Yah. Yahudah. But anyway, Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. That's the Hebrew name. But here go the colonizer. Okay. Unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave name, he gave unto Daniel the name Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah Shadrach, and to Mishael Meshach, and unto Azariah Abednego. All right. Hananiah Mishael. That's an A. Mishael. Talking about the Most High. See, I want y'all to see that. All right, now let's get back. Let me see here. Where was I at? Okay, let me see. Right here. I think I was right here. All right, now. 3050. Yah. Shortened form of Yahuwah. Yahweh. Okay. Now, where you say? Well, I'm going to get to this in a minute. You got the J there. I'm going to get to it in a minute. I'm going to get to it. We're going to start in the beginning, and then we're going to work our way to as to write down. Okay. Do y'all know Baal? How many of y'all know Baal means Lord? How many of y'all know Baal means Lord? If y'all would, hit that thumbs up button. How many of y'all know Baal is Lord? Let's see. Here you go. Here you go right here. The name means owner or Lord. See that? So why would we put the Most High in the same category of something else? Not some. I'm trying to get you to give the utmost reverence. See, we got to start giving him the utmost reverence. Even when I thought his name was God, I always made sure to capitalize the G. I did. Okay. All right. You can't put him in a category with something else because he is like none other. Okay. Rare. He's rarer than rare. Okay. Now, let's go to Hosea. He's going to take the name of the Baals out of his mouth. I think it's Hosea. This is a prophecy. All right, right here. Hosea 2:17. This, the Most High. For I will take away the names of Baal out of her mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name. So that we got to get to the point. Ain't no need of waiting. If you know something is false, you need to get to it right now. Ain't no need of waiting. I mean, just course correct now. You understand? If you need to do a little bit more research, that's perfectly fine. That's good. Always research. All right. Now, Hosea 2:17. Let's see what they got here. Hosea 2:17. Let's see here. I didn't even intend to go here, but hallelujah anyway. Hallelujah anyhow. Hosea. See that? Oh, it's Joshua. Hold on. I think that's after Daniel. Hosea. Husha. Yeah. Was it 2:17? Let me go back. Hold on. Yeah, 2:17. All right. We're going to look these words up. For I will take away the names of Baalim. Baal. See that? Lord. Supreme. Ain't no supreme. See that? Ain't no supreme. But yeah, there it is. See. He said he gonna take them pagan names out of our mouths. One way to do it is is learning the truth. That's why they don't teach this in the Bible cemetery schools. See, because they're not from the Most High. They don't respect nor love nor reverence the Most High. Okay? All right, now. Let me go back here. All right, now. You see they got the J there, right? Okay. Let's go here. There is no letter J in the Hebrew alphabet. The closest equivalence is represented by the letter is really Yod. See, this is what happens. I'm not gonna put all the blame on the colonizer, because if we had been doing what the word say, we had been doing what the word say, we wouldn't be here today. Okay, when they take over stuff, they go to remix it into their image, into their likeness, into their favor. That's what happened. Now, which corresponds to the Y sound. Hebrew uses a different set of letters, totaling 22 consonants, and does not include the letter J. Okay. All right. But I just saw conflicting right here. I just saw conflicting information today when I was studying. Y'all see that? Widely held false belief that there was no J. Now, there was no J in Hebrew. Now, come on now. The Bible dictionary don't have a J. I'm gonna walk it down for you. I'm gonna walk it down. But let's dive in. Or should we set this on fire? We probably shouldn't dive into this. We probably should just light the fuse. All right. Now, unravel the historical linguistics of the Hebrew language in debunking the myth there was no J sound in ancient Hebrew. It's not a myth. And I'm going to prove it. All right. All right. Now look, these are Europeans. These ain't the real people. So you're already basing your premise on people, on fakes, on people that's not the people. You see that? That's how you got Elohim instead of Alua. All right. Let me matter of fact, let me get to that right now. All right. Here go your alphabet. That's the letter A. But look, they got the E. So I did it. Okay, when did they start using the E? See that? The E. They got the E there. See that? It's supposed to be an AL. They started using the E. I said, okay, let me walk it down. Let's see, when did they start using the E? All right. I did this a few hours ago. The Hebrew alphabet does not have a specific letter for the vowel E. But them German Jews do. Them Europeans do. You see that? They do. They do. Okay. All right. And then it's verified the Hebrew alphabet known as the alphabet consists of 22 letters. Unlike the English, Hebrew is written from right to left. You know, you read this way. The letters do not represent vowels, but vowel sounds can be indicated using diacritical marks called nikud. Okay. When did they come up with them vowel points? I walked it back farther. I went farther back. When were vowel points added to Hebrew? See. This ain't the one I pulled up, but let me see here. Okay. 6th to 9th century. See, after the fall of Jerusalem, the colonizer took over. We were scattered and murdered and plundered, and here you go. So, right after the time of the Messiah, they started adding points and vowels and stuff. I'm just walking down this E, this German stuff, this Yiddish, okay? Showing you that these are new people with a new language and a new God. Okay? But this should be old news. But since it ain't, I'm here before you. All right. Teaching the truth. But yeah, let me read a little bit of it. Vowel points were added to the Hebrew sign around the 6th and 9th centuries CE. Remember, you had the house of Edom working with the Romans. They've been mixing in since Zepho went to fight and protect uh, the ancestors of the Romans. They've been mixing in since then. All right. All right. But y'all could go to check that out yourself for time's sake, because I got a lot of stuff up here. You see that? You can check it out yourself. Let me see if y'all got any questions. Okay. Shabbat shalom, Jim. All right, let me get back. Focus on here. All right, now. No, I'm not an expert. Nope. Not an expert. Don't know nothing. No very. Just know if I know the truth. But let me keep going. So if anything wrong, point out how it's wrong and where it's wrong, and give me your sources. You're not gonna tell me something wrong and then just go to chit chatting and talking. You gonna do what I'm doing. You gonna present the information, and we gonna go from there. Okay. Now each letter got a definition. See, that's supposed to have been Daniel with the AL, head. The Most High is the head. You see the Elohim. We'll say Elohim because that's what most people know. Modern Hebrew of today. Elohim, he's the head. Daniel, spelled with the EL. The judge of the Most High, the judge. Let me type it up here. Let me type it up here. Okay. Let me type it up here. I put up. Let me slow down. If I know these videos get long, y'all just do like I do. Just if you have to take a break, just come back and finish it up. It's gonna say judged by God. God has judged. Talking about the buttocks. What is this going on? See what I'm talking about when he. Let me put in the Bible. Let me put Bible up here. They talking about butts and stuff. Sounds just like some Romans. God is my judge. Excuse me. That's what the EL means. Yah. You saw the letters. It means head. Who's the head? Ain't but one head. The Most High the head. And we as a nation supposed to have been the head. Gabriel with the EL. Michael with the EL. But it's supposed to be an A. But nevertheless, that means something. I want y'all to know when you see that, it means something. Let me put Michael up here. Let me put Gabriel up here. Let me put Gabriel up here. Put Gabriel up here. Yah is my strength. See, it means something. Michael means who is like Elohim, who is like the Most High. Who is like him? Ain't nobody like him. Nobody. Can't even put him in you can't even come up with a category. Don't even try it. See it? Who is like God? Y'all see that? Okay, then. All right, now. Okay, Most High, which way do I go? Okay, let's go over here to the swine doctors. The swine doctrine. Now. Oh, yeah, go back to the letter J. I know which way. Let's go back to the letter J. Right here. Now, they were talking about, now this is the heathen telling us a lie. The J is only, let's walk this J down. They said there was no letter J in Hebrew. And I just showed you that Hebrew don't have a letter J. You can look in this alphabet, you ain't going to find it. Latin don't have a J. Ancient old Latin don't have a J. Greek don't have a J. So where did it come from? Another will come in his own name, and him you will receive. All right, now. The letter J was introduced to the English alphabet in 1524. It initially considered to be the same as the letter I. So now they hopscotch it with the Most High's name. They burying it and trying to bury it and trying to bury it. But they don't know when we receive his spirit, his name, we begin to carry it. Even if we don't know his name, our action, our living of the word carries the name of the Most High. Because they'll look at you and say, you claim you living right. You ain't living right. You out here at the club and hoeing and cheating and everything else. In other words, they just told the Most High, that somebody that said they the bride of the Most High, that they cheating on the Most High. Because you said you got his name, but you're bringing him shame. All right, let's keep going. All right, now, the letter J was introduced in 1524. All right, let's see. They said it was a letter J in ancient Hebrew. Okay. Let me see what I typed in here. Okay. When was the letter J first ever used? The letter J was first used in the 14th century. Okay, well then, how did Old Hebrew have a J in it then? Ain't no J in Hebrew. In Old Latin, wasn't no J then. In Greek, ain't no J. But here these heathen talking about that it's a J in Hebrew. I'm laughing because it's laughable, but it ain't funny. See, when you receive the spirit of truth, he gonna lead you into all truth. Let me put it up on the board. All right. They hiding somebody. They hiding the Most High, and they hiding the people. They hiding the people. I'm gonna show it to you. I know this. All right, let's see here. Right here. John 16:13. Howbeit, when he, the spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you. Spiritual GPS. Lie detector. Into all truth. You might not want to see the truth. You might not agree with the truth. You might not want to go to the truth. But the spirit of truth is going to guide you into all truth. Not some, not most, all truth. Whatever the Most High God ordained for your life. If you got his spirit of truth within you, you on a journey. Your steps are ordered. Okay? For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. You want to know what's about to happen? You're gonna have to get in touch with the Most High and with his spirit. Okay? All right. But they say but anyway, let me get off of that. Now, the widely held false belief there was no J in Hebrew. But anyway, let's see here. Is there a letter J in Hebrew? No. Okay. So it's 22 consonants. That ain't no vowel. I guess you could say ain't. Yeah. But anyway, let me keep going. J, I walked that down. J was introduced. Let me share that. That's when it first popped up on the scene. And then I asked another question: was J ever first used? 14th century. That's around 1524. That's verified. The page I just showed you before. All right. Is there a letter J in the Greek alphabet? No. Okay. Iota. Okay. All right. All right. Is there a J in Latin? No. J did not exist in classical Latin. That's that old Latin where they transferred the Bible from. Okay. Y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. Oh, okay. 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 Now, ain't no J in Hebrew, ancient Latin, or Greek. So where it come from? And here you go with this E. See, it's supposed to be an A. I just showed it to you earlier. Yahshua or Yehoshua. or Yahusha, Yahawashai. Same letters. This ain't even Yahawashai. It's really Yahshua. Yahshua. Okay. But nevertheless, they dropped the A. You know, I've done this. I'm going to do it again. When you translate names, let's say you're going to translate Vladimir Putin from Russian into English. You don't go Vladimir Putin and come up with a Greek Latin formula and then come up with an English version. You don't do no name like that nowhere else. Let's just say Adolf Hitler or whatever. You don't go from German, go through Greek, through Latin, and come up with an English name. They don't do that. Let's just say Antonio Banderas. You know, the Latin or Hispanic male actor. You don't go through Greek, Latin, and then into English. None of that. Even Xi Jinping from China. They don't come up with some kind of colonizer formula to translate into English. But when it comes to the Bible and you got a propaganda beast system going, and you trying to keep the people full of lies and in darkness, you got to come up with some creative lies. Okay, so instead of them going from Hebrew into English, this is what happened. So Greek, the letter A was dropped, Yahshua or Yahusha or Yahawashai was dropped because the white language didn't have an A. So since since one of the colonizers don't have an A, we just gonna get rid of that. We're gonna drop that letter off. But guess what? It's an A in English. See, that's why you go from here, from Hebrew directly into English. Cut out the middleman. All right. SH drop since there's no Greek character for the Hebrew shin. So the SH drop since the Greek ain't got it. Oh, we don't know what to do. I guess we'll just take it out. And we'll just drop it. Yeah, that's probably a little clearer. Okay. Now, Hebrew is supposed to be Yah. Yah. Let me show it to you. Oh, yeah, let me see. Yeah. Let me show it's supposed to be Yah. Yah, right there. Ain't no yeah, no ye, none of that. Search the scriptures. Ye know not who you worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Mashiach said that. All right, now. All right. The Greek equivalent is a Hebrew Greek. It shouldn't. The Greek shouldn't even be. The colonizer shouldn't be in there no way. Not when it comes to English. Now Greek, maybe so, but when it comes to English, no. S added in Greek since it's a nominative case. You got a Y, A, and a H in English. I just showed it to you. All right, now. Indicating the name. Okay, see, they just done Hellenize. That's what they did. They Hellenized the Messiah's name. They Hellenized. Y'all know what Hellenize means? It's when the Greeks would conquer a land and they would force them to live and act and submit to Greek culture and heritage, just like they try to browbeat us into worshiping their flag and everything else they got going on. Same people, y'all. But all right, the O dropped in English because of transliteration. All right. The J was introduced in the English alphabet 14th century. Y'all see what it says. All right. Okay. Now, let's go over here. The name, here's the Latin dictionary. Let me do this first. They got it in the Latin dictionary. I'm just adding the name now. Latin to English, y'all see what it says. G means to throw away, throw, hurl, cast, utter. Okay. Latin got a J now. But the ancient Latin didn't have it. When the Bible was translated, they didn't have a J. I just showed it to you. 1524. is when the J was introduced. And guess what G means? Throw away, hurl, cast, and utter. Okay, then. Now put the rest of it together. Y'all know the Most High tell us the swine is a detestable beast. Look, hog, pig, sow, swine. This is a Latin dictionary that so-called transliterate, not literate, transliterate Latin before you get to English. That's what the colonizers got their Christianity from, the Roman Catholic Church, Latin. See that? Christianity spread worldwide because of the fourth beast of Rome. All right. I will stop short and say they did it. At this point, it is intentional because the truth is out here. See that? The sus is suspect. The meaning of sus is a pig. So the devil think he's slick. You got these lukewarm so-called believers sacrificing hog flesh on the altar of our soul to the Most High, talking about it's holy. Look at it. When the Greeks ran down and conquered us during the captivity of the Maccabees, the books they took out, they were sacrificing swine flesh on the Most High's altar during the Greek captivity. Now, we being duped, especially if you're not obeying that Bible, into sacrificing swine flesh on your spiritual altar. See what else they got up here. In a state of anxious uncertainty or suspense. Anybody keep talking about the rapture? Now, how is this is a anxiety? The Messiah said be anxious for nothing. Right? Suspense. People, he said the wicked was going to be, he said they going to be, people's heart going to be failing them for fear. Your God got fear in his name. Uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen. You electing people that's doing you in. Yeah. But anyway, it's written. Okay, here's another dictionary, another Latin dictionary. Same thing. I'm giving you two witnesses. You can do with the information what you will. Okay. Okay, hold on. You can do with the information what you will. Let me type it in here again. There it is. Two different Latin dictionaries. All right, let me move on. Let me close some of these tabs, y'all. All right. Let me check, make sure y'all ain't got no look at the comments. Ain't no comments. Good. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Shalom, Brenda Hill. All right, now let's get back over here. Let me keep walking this thing down. I'm about done. Let me see how long I've been going. I probably shouldn't do that. Let me see. Okay, 46. Okay. All right. Now, some of these names got the SUS, and I'm getting conflicting information, but some of these names is honoring Zeus. Some of them is in the New Testament. I've been listening to the book of Romans, and you got a whole lot of pagan names in the book of Romans. I'm going to have to look into it a little further. But I'm just going to touch on this, and I'm going to move around. All right. Yes, many names have been created in honor of the Greek god Zeus, both by ancient Greeks and in more recent history. Okay, that just triggered another memory. Okay. Your planets, Most planets in our solar system are named after Roman gods and or goddesses. See that? Names mean something. Oh, it don't matter. Then why is they going out their way to name stuff after their God's image and likeness? If it don't matter, how did they keep the integrity of these pagan names down through the years? But it don't mean nothing. I mean, if you don't understand, I'm not fussing at you. Okay, you got some of these, yeah. Okay, now the Apollo missions. The Apollo missions, named after Greek gods. Let's see. But names don't mean nothing. Matter of fact, it mighty funny, they keep naming stuff. NASA uses names from Greek mythology for its missions to honor historical tradition. How are you gonna use myth and call it history? I mean, myth. They don't. I guess they actually believe oh God exists. Okay, but anyway, they keeping their names intact. But when it comes to the Bible, we gonna play 3-card Monty. We got 3 cards on the table. We want you to guess which one the truth is under. We got the Hebrew, we got the Latin, and the Greek. We doing a 3-card Monty. You're gonna have to search the scriptures to find the truth. All right. The names often reflect the characteristics of the gods, such as Apollo, who is associated with sun and light, making it fitting for lunar missions. See? Yeah. Let me get back on point here. I ain't gonna, let me hopscotch back over here. All right, it's all relevant though. Let's see, is Zeus a Greek name? Yes, it's a Greek name, and it is the name of a supreme god in Greek mythology. You got NASA holding on to the Greek stuff. You got Greek fraternities and sororities. You got Job chapter 3 talking about the Israelites being sold to the Greeks. You say, I don't see no Greeks today. I'm showing you the Greeks. You sold up under their Christianity. You got your Messiah through the Greek God. The only reason why the Messiah becomes pagan because you're not obeying the word. You understand? That's what's going to send you to hell. Not doing the word. Let me show it to you. That's what's going to get you. Just because you don't know the name, that that ain't going to send you. But not obeying that word, that's what's going to get you. He said, why call me Lord, Lord? We'll capitalize it because that's how it's written in this book. And don't do what I say. This is the Messiah. Let me show it to you. Why call ye me master, master, and do not do the things which that's what's going to send you to hell. You understand? That's what's going to get everybody. Many will say to him on that day, did I cast out demons in that name? Let me see here where it said. Right here. He said, many shall say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in thy name? And and in thy name cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then what I'm gonna let them know the business. I don't know you. My spirit ain't in you. You don't like the truth. You won't conform to the truth. You don't do what I say do. I'm just giving you, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye work, because you done spent your whole life doing what you want to do. You said you've been saved. Saved to what? Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? The evidence is there should be a change in the life. It might be slow, but it's gonna be gradual. Some can get rid of stuff just like that. Some people it might take them a while. But one thing for certain, You can't fool the Most High. He got the Malachim. He got these angels down here. They down here taking note. You probably can't see them. Let me show you this in the Bible that the angels around. This Paul said this. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. He got them down here. He got them down here writing down everything. Y'all think the angels sitting around up in heaven watching the Most High do all the work? No, he got his soldiers out here doing some work. Everybody is putting in some work around him. See? Oh yeah. Matter of fact, let me look at y'all for a little while. Tell you what happened this week. You know, I was buying some diesel. The pump was already on. I was like, I programmed it in my phone. You know, I use the phone because that way you ain't running your car through a skimmer. And I got to typing the number. The thing kept beeping. It was the pump already on. No, I didn't mess with it. I went in there and told them, cut that. Somebody forgot to get their diesel. And I paid for my stuff. The Most High know. Yeah. Yeah. The first the thought, it didn't really get to register in my mind. Because the first thing that thought, the Most High see everything. I get boy some free diesel. How do you get free diesel? High diesel is. Oh boy. But anyway, somebody probably had a heart attack. They can rest easy because I didn't get nothing. I don't touch stuff that don't belong to me. See, that's why I can be bold around these heathens, because if they kill me, I'm not gonna be looking at Satan. If they kill me, I'm not gonna be looking at more heathens. All right, Most High don't owe me nothing, but I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work, and I'm not boasting. I'm walking it like I talk it. All right, but anyway, let me keep going. Now, I lost my place. Got the ranting and raving. Okay, right here, Greek god Zeus. All right, let me keep going. All right, I did that one. So the Greek over 3,300 years old. Okay. Now I'm not saying this is, but it's suspect. Number one, it means swine in Latin, and number two, the suffix sus is also used to honor Zeus. It's also, can't say it is, but it okay. It's suspect, sus. Matter of fact, let me see here. See that they started adding? Think about it though. They added, and this is how you got the sus right here. Added. They added that. Why? This is how they got the sus. They added that. Don't even look like this. They added that. Okay. Let me go back over here. All right. All right, now. Examples include Diodorus. I looked it up. Given by Zeus. See the us? Gift of Zeus. And some of them is the ZE. See that? So, yeah. Now, I'm not saying all names. I'm just saying, why you going to get your name? I mean, how did they did all this adding to and subtracting and holding to the lie to this day? No, that ain't it. Okay? The Messiah name is actually the same as Joshua. Let me show y'all this. Let me ask a question. Is the same as Joshua? Y'all see that? So the name is Joshua is older than the name Jesus. If it was an honest mistake, why didn't they just put Joshua there? Y'all see that? Why didn't they just put Joshua there? They erased the black Messiah and gave us a white Messiah with a white name and a white lineage. Moving right along. And in other news, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all Joshua. Let me see. They got Let me see Joshua in Hebrew. Let me see Joshua in Hebrew. Let me show y'all in Hebrew. Joshua in Hebrew. There it is right there. Yahusha. That go. You see that? That come later. That wasn't there when the Messiah Rome was on the earth. That come later. That's this European stuff. This Yiddish. But it's spelled. Take all that stuff away, and there it is right there. Yahweh Shai, Yahusha. Okay. Let me see. Let me see Joshua in the Bible. Let me give you another. Let me give you another witness. Let me just type in Joshua. Okay, Joshua. Okay, Joshua 1. Okay, what? All right, all right. Let's go to Joshua 1. Man, let's do it right here. Joshua 1. All right, Joshua. This is his name right here. There it is. They got an extra shin in there. Let me see what this one got. Let's go to Joshua. Just take my time. I might be doing the Most High this service, trying to shorten the lesson. People want to know. See that one? People want to know. There it is right there. See, I noticed a couple different things between this and the blue letter today. Just today. There it is right there. To remove all that stuff. Now, let me check it again. Let's do another cross reference. The name of the Messiah in Hebrew. You're going to get the same thing. Let me put Jesus up here. I should put Joshua up there since I showed you. Let me put Jesus up here. He's giving me Messiah. See, these folks, boy, you have to dig, and dig. You got to dig. I just showed you it's the same as Joshua. They got extra rest there. You got to dig, boy. Matter of fact, let me see. They got Yeshua. You got to dig, boy. It's the same as Joshua. Nevertheless, these folks just ain't. These folks, they hiding, boy. Now, while I'm thinking about it, see, names mean something. Names got a meaning and a purpose, especially in the Bible. Y'all know how many of y'all, let me look at y'all right quick. How many of y'all remember when they named somebody something, they name had a meaning? You know, even the angel Gabriel, the Messiah name, had a meaning. All right. A label, you know. But anyway, let me see. Let me go back up here. You used to could type in Messiah in Old Hebrew. Let me put it in Old to see what they go. See what that do. Boy, they is working on hiding the truth, boy. This one here is it, but they got an extra rest there. I've seen it spelt both ways. See. Ain't no E, ain't no dots. But let me get back here. Now, how many of y'all know? I'm gonna wait in the chat. I'm gonna look. How many of y'all know that Moses changed Joshua's name wasn't Joshua. Moses changed Joshua's name from Husha to Yahusha. How many of y'all know that? Let me get a 1. If you know that. Get a 0 if you didn't know. I'm gonna sip on this cup right quick. I'm gonna wait about 20 seconds. Shalom. That's right, Zechariah. Obadiah. Second Chronicles. Second Chronicles. I got that scripture actually. 7:14. Yeah. No, let me show it to you. Moses changed Joshua's name. See, that's how we can walk down Joshua's name the same as the Messiah. See, and when you go to reading them books they took out the Bible, you will see Jesus in there. It's supposed to be Joshua. See, where it got Jesus, but them books came later. I mean, the Jesus came later after those books was written. They went all the way back into the Greek captivity and put Jesus in there instead of Joshua. It was other Israelites named Joshua. Them books they took out, you'll see it. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Now, let me show y'all. Oh, yeah. I got my notes up here. Numbers 13:16 is where Moses changed Yahusha's name. Numbers 13:16. 13:16 is Moses. See the Most High. You see the Most High know the ending from the beginning. See, because Moses changed Joshua's name. See, there it is right there, Joshua, O'Shea, the son of Nun. Okay, now get to 16. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called O'Shea, the son of Nun, to Jehoshua. He changed it to Yahusha, Joshua. Let me show it to you in the Bible dictionary. See, let's see. Numbers 13:16. Let's see. Let's go to Numbers. 13 and 16. And this is where you're gonna see the spelling in Hebrew. I got 16. Hold on, 15. Joshua. Y'all see that right there? Ain't no extra R right there. Ain't no extra resh. See that? Joshua, the son of Nun. Look. And Moses called Hosea, the son of Nun, Husha, to Yahusha, Joshua. There it is, right there. There it is. Now, if Moses hadn't changed his name, the Most High told him to do it. Most High told him add the Yah up there. Add put the Yah up there. The deliverer. See. Now let's type in what's the meaning of I didn't even intend to go here. All right, now let's type in the meaning of the name Joshua. See, names got a label. They got a purpose. Your name is shooting you in the direction your steps have been ordered in. That's how it used to be. See, now we got slave master's name. I could have went to it on the Bible dictionary, but I'm going to Google it. See, Yah, deliverance. See that? See that? Now look at the name. There it is right there. There it is. Yah, deliverance, salvation. See that? Shua meaning to save. The Yah, there ain't no E. The Yah, or Yah, refer to Yah. Yah's salvation, deliverance. Names got a purpose. See, you go to doing this to the J-E, it means to throw, cast, uncertain future, and the sus is suspect, meaning swine. When you do that to the God the beast gave us, as long as you wearing that, as long as you obeying that Bible, you good. You obeying that Bible, you good. You ain't obeying that Bible, it don't matter if you know the Most High name, the Messiah name. Judas knew the Messiah name. Judas is another name for Judah, in case y'all didn't know. He knew the one that betrayed for 30 pieces of silver. He knew the Messiah name. He wasn't doing the work, though. He wasn't doing what he was told to do. So guess what? He lifted his eyes up. He's the son of perdition, but nevertheless. All right, now, Numbers 6, Numbers chapter 6. I'm finna bring this to an end, I think. Numbers chapter 6. All right. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak to Aaron and unto his sons, saying, on this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel. See, you want a blessing? Okay. And say unto them, in this way you shall bless the children of Israel. Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious upon thee. Because you remember, if you obey the word, he look down, he see the image and likeness of him. You are a representative of him. You are the bride of him. You ain't out here hoeing, you understand? And Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace, and they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. See, they got us, we've been in captivity so long. We putting Greek names on us, and we don't know no better. See, but it's okay. The Most High, he said, he also said in his word, I will have mercy upon whom I will have mercy. I should have been dead a long time ago. Since I ain't, I'm going in. Going in on the devil. All right, now, put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. 2 Chronicles. See, names got a purpose. You got his name. See, think about it. You his bride. The bride got to carries the name of the husband. Remember, the Messiah did all kind of parables about the wedding feast, and he talked about the husbandman. See, yeah. Revelation, the devil is trying to kill the bride. The 12 tribes. Yeah. All right, now 2 Chronicles 7:14. I'm going to bring it to a close, I believe. All right, now, if my people, which are called by my name, we don't even know his name now, shall humble themselves. We can still humble and pray and seek his face and turn. Turn. Look at all this. You got to humble, 1, pray, 2, seek his face, 3, and repent, 4. Then he gonna hear from heaven, forgive our sin, and heal the land. Now, let me show y'all this. Y'all remember that these are the names the slaves had. See that? That's why they hide. That's why they changing the letters. That's why they hide. See that? You go on slave origin now, you got to do a whole lot of digging around. Look at that. These are names that slaves had. Look. See that? Hebrew. Yeah. See that? See that? And all of them didn't have Yah in their names. Remember, the reason we were sitting in the worldwide captivity because we were dibbling, dabbling, worshiping other gods. But some did. See that? See that? Hallelujah. Obadiah, Yah. Jeremiah, Yah. Nehemiah, Yah. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. I see Yah. Yahoo. That is right there. It's 23 pages of this. Y'all see that up there? 23 pages. 23 and we. Let me see. Is it 23? Yeah, it's 23. It's 23 pages. Y'all want that link? I'm gonna put that link in the chat. Y'all want that link? I'll put it in the chat. Y'all, if y'all might, if you want to look at it, fine. If you don't, fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it in the chat. All right. Let me see here. Let me see here. That'll do. Let me refresh this page. I'm about to mess up. Hold on. Okay, let me do it again. Let me drop this in the chat. There you go. Y'all can go check that out. For some reason, somebody can't get that. You can't catch the lie. If you got patience, you can pause and type that in. Type all that the way it is in your search engine. It's gonna pull it up. See, if you got patience, I know you might can't. You might didn't catch the live stream. You might see this a couple years down the road. Just type this whole. I know it's long, but type all that in. Be very patient. Might want to, yeah. There you go. I done videos with that. They done changed it around so much now. You can't even hardly find the names like that. But if I hadn't did them videos, see, I got the videos with them names, them same names. Slavevoyages.org. I'm glad I did it now. They done changed it around so much. Yeah, y'all welcome. But anyway, let me see. Let me check all my stuff. Let me see. I wrote. Okay. All right. Let me make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. I got this up here. It's another thing. It's just another layer. When the white people first appear, they're just showing you they some Johnny come latelys. They know it deep down. They know it. They're telling you they ain't the people. That's just all. You can type that in and look yourself. Okay. This is their own information. Okay. And I can tell you Bible verses. Well, white skin one group of white people come from. Look here. This is a science magazine. How Europeans evolved white skins. That even the scientists know they come from us. Okay, you can pause that and read. We're gonna go out on the Bible though. We're gonna do this right here. 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 27. Gehazi. The curse, Elijah the prophet put the curse of Naaman on a whole bloodline. Because he was stealing and lying. Right here. All right. And he went in, and when he came to his tower, this is Naaman the leper. Since Gehazi want to do like the modern day preacher, get compensation or get worried about money. Money is God. Elijah the prophet put the curse of whiteness on it and his bloodline. Here it is in the Bible. And when he came to the tower, he took, you can read 2 Kings chapter 5 for yourself. He took them from their hand and bestowed them in his house. He done took their stuff from Naaman and he putting it up. All right. And they departed. But he went in and stood before his master. And Elisha said unto him, whence comest thou, Gehazi? And he said, thy servant went nowhere. Lie number one. And he said unto him, went not my heart with thee when the man turned again from his chariot to meet thee, Naaman the Syrian? Is it a time to receive money and to receive garments and olive yards and vineyards and sheep and oxen and men servants and maid servants? Is it time for that? Therefore the leprosy of Naaman shall cleave unto thee and thy bloodline forever. And he went out from his presence a leper, as white as snow. This man was turned white and his bloodline. They busy telling us black skin is a curse. They can't show us nowhere in the Bible where black skin is a curse. They can't show you not one book, chapter, or verse. I just showed you one. I can show you another. Numbers chapter 12. I can show you another verse where being white is a curse. You getting sunburned, number one. I wouldn't have to do this if this beast wasn't out here. Ain't nobody checking this dragon. This dragon is dragging people to hell. All right, now. All right, now this is the Most High. They was talking bad against Moses. Moses' sister Miriam and Aaron. Okay. And he said unto them, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful. That's the key in all mine house. With him I will speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. You know, mysterious stuff you can't understand. You got to get a revelation. And with the similitude of Yahweh shall he behold, wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? See, that's another thing. You got to be careful. People living right. You better be careful putting your mouth on them. You better be careful plotting on them. This verse is talking about that. Now, if you wicked, still be respectful. Live the word no matter what. Be respectful, according to scripture. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. Miriam must have been the source of the kicking up of the dust. There, I just showed you two verses. Numbers 12:10 and 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 27. Okay. This ain't hate speech. I don't hate you. I'm not going to hell for no hatred. We gonna get these lies straight. Ain't nobody policing these lies. Ain't nobody cleaning up these lies. The truth got to go forth. Remember, before the Messiah return, the gospel got to be preached. This ain't the real gospel, what they preaching. Okay? Somebody got to do the janitorial work. Wax on, wax off. Shalom, family. Any questions? Any questions? Brenda, you still in here? Brenda, you still in here? All right. I'm finna in. Any questions? I'm finna in, y'all. Okay. Let me see here. Hold on. Okay. Hey, Brenda, I'm gonna redo that video wholly, okay? Just give me a minute. I don't know when. I'm gonna redo it though. I'm gonna redo that video wholly. All right? I know you like that song. We need to know what holiness is. All right, I just wanted to tell you that. Okay? All right. Shalom, family.
There are many white people who mean right and in heart want to do right, but there are so few. If 10,000 rattlesnakes was coming down that aisle now, and I had a door here I could shut, and
all my troops, no time for a truce, there's only time for truth, no room for fair or regular cares, stand clear of civilian affairs. Hold up, soldier, salute, if you're going up, salute, throw it up, salute, throw it up, salute, soldier, salute, if you're going up, salute, throw it up, salute, throw it up, salute, on to the truth, me and all my troops.